Hello everyone, welcome back to the back of a van in a car park in Paignton, and I'm sat here with Sarah. We're doing a bit of tech support. We've just had a chat with Kirsty from Paddle Monster, talking about performance mindset and optimizing that, and we're hopefully due to have another guest joining us shortly.
Oh, that's such a great chat with Kirsty, wasn't it? I mean, that is just incredible. Do you have your battery charger, my lovely?
I do.
Just plug this in. Excuse us while we get ourselves organised. Fascinating chat, because it is. They reckon once you've got the technique and all that side of it, the physicality and nutrition sorted out, that actually the headspace stuff is about 80% of what you need to have to really make you a champion, or your ability to paddle better and cope with things that may happen within your paddling journey, unexpected things or illnesses or whatever, and it's dealing with that and having the mental capacity to deal with change, maybe, or when things don't go your own way. I'm just looking out of the van window, and the tide is rapidly coming in, we'll get out there in a minute.
Yes, indeed,
for sure.
Let us, there's the view out of the front. Right, let us just see where we are. I think we might have to plug in, and we've never done this mid broadcast yet, so you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so please tell us whether or not the sound is working, guys, and then we can go outside.
And if Simon has plugged us in,
so I've just plugged us in. Can anyone tell us whether or not we're working or not? Testing 1 2 3. Yeah, I think it is, because I can see the microphone working there.
So the having to stop and start the Facebook is necessity for stopping when we have a guest on, isn't it? It seems to be that we can't just stop it. Facebook won't let us just stop it and let that guest go. We have to stop the recording, which is quite frustrating. So welcome back to everybody. You're being really, really good. We have still got that prize on offer, a medal or something we're going to give the person who's basically been watching for the most amount of time. I don't know how or the most contribution, because you're helping us along here. This is an endurance event of epic proportions. We're going to be pushing 13 hours by the time we finish this, so it's really important that we keep going, and you are part of that process. Yeah.
Right. So let me just reallocate some charging materials, and then I think we're going to go out. So
go out and see these paddlers, see what they're up to, and then we'll have some other guests coming in, hopefully very, very soon.
Yes, indeed. Right.
But yeah, we're going to go and see the paddlers and see top, just there.
Right.
Okay.
Now it's looking a little bit. Do we think it might rain? No. Well, we've had, and indeed it is raining.
Oh, no.
A bit. Okay, so it's going to be.
So when we went to the van now, I don't think you got that on camera, but we get to the van and open the van up, and there is my husband having a little snooze in the van. So we had to say, sorry darling, can you leave?
He was fast to kip, wasn't he?
We need our office, basically. So let's go and have a chat with some paddlers, see how they're getting on.
Let's go and chat. Well, let's have a first see if anything's changed in here. Paul Simmons.
Lap 20.
3 laps ahead.
So his time has gone up a little bit, but it's still consistent over the last 4 laps. It's been sort of 26 to 27.
And I think there'd be something wrong with him as a human being if his performance didn't drop off towards the back there.
And we've had Carlo he's had a couple of blips in his. This is not quite as consistent here at the end. We've had a 35-minute lap.
But then you look at the kilometres here. So Gavin and Carlo are on the same lap there, 59.5. And then there's a whole bunch below on 52.5. down to Ben Beechall, and then
you've got Paul on 70, which is crazy bonkers.
crazy bonkers indeed. In top place we've got Tanya and Emily. They're both unchanged. Tanya is on 59.5 kilometres according to the reckoning here, and then we've got Emily with Dortha on 49, so
wow.
They're on the same lap as well.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And also the third place lady is very, very close. She's got the same. She's on 49 as well, and they're both on lap 14. So Emily and this other lady are very, very close.
Yeah, very, very.
Dortha Nielsen. So that's going to be an interesting finish as well. It depends where someone is in the scheme of things, as to if they can get their foot on the water in the last second of the last lap, they then get another lap to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's all about the timing.
That can be pivotal, can't it, in those second and third places for the men and the women, actually.
Yeah.
And then the groups of people, we've still got Downton and Welly, who are leading the way on their two-person. They have done 56
kilometres, and then we've got the Perkins, Jackson, Marshall and Jones collective on 52.5, along with Alec and Darren. And we also sort of kept a weather eye on the tandem, which is a tough old row to hoe, 38.5. That's a pretty damn good performance.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, and they're both egging each other on that. Right. And the Met Office got it absolutely right. It is indeed raining. Hopefully not too much. Right, let's see whether anyone wants to chat to us. Is a likely looking lot.
Hello. We mean that in a good way.
Yeah, in the most positive way. So how are we diddling? Bit tired. Well, obviously no one told you about SUP 12 being an uplifting and energising experience. Yeah.
All good. We just had another coconut latte, so and the conditions have improved.
Yeah.
I think I'd have given up a bit, hadn't I?
Yeah.
It's a bit nicer out there. It's not pleasant, but it's nice out.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of rain forecast, so keep your fingers crossed it does not rain. Here comes Carlo running past for his still going. Boys.
Yeah.
Here comes Emily.
Well done, darling. Well done.
Good girl. So for anybody who's joined us in this live feed, and thank you again for rejoining us, that is Emily King there running back to her board. She's been running all the way and she's currently in second place, and Emily is on Friday doing the Devizes to Westminster route, which is huge, and she is doing it on a paddleboard. They have recently opened it up to paddleboarding, which is fantastic. So she's doing that. She's a really strong runner and she's very much into endurance. And how's it
Well
going?
done.
Oh, the first lap was the worst thing I've ever done in all my life.
Really?
Yes.
But did you still go out there after that?
I went out, I didn't paddle on my knees, I fell over so many times.
Yeah.
And I went out again and I was like, this is almost nice.
There you go. See, you're now a sea paddler.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh my god, this is different stakes, this is different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But you're doing it and you're doing really well. So yeah,
I've survived.
you have survived.
Well, that's all we can ever say, isn't it?
Don't you? 'Cause
Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant.
Well done. Keep going.
thank you so much for looking after us and being such a
Well, we're not doing anything to tell you guys. You guys have got the tough job, but
Yeah.
where do you normally paddle?
do a little bit on Lake Banner,
Okay.
a little bit on the D. I haven't had a paddleboard. I've been on a board like twice in a year.
Okay.
So
Well, you're getting your full year's entitlement out in one.
Paddle by the time you finish. So.
Yeah.
And it was nice for you girls to to go off together, wasn't it, at 1 o'clock? So, and that must feel like a long, long time ago. Because it is quite a long time ago.
And one of Ruben's has done so many laps. She's been amazing. She's just
Kate, I think that is.
she's
So,
brilliant.
really good.
We've seen the other ladies, but it was so nice to have just
Yeah.
us together.
Yeah.
It was great.
Good.
Good.
Off you go then.
Oh,
Keep
thank
going.
you.
Find you
Take
again
care.
and say hello. So well done. Amazing, isn't it? Just those few laps and
Yeah,
feeling,
yeah,
that
absolutely
nice
getting the
start
vibe.
and knowing that one girl is way ahead. But yeah, it's great. It's lovely. So here we've got paddlers and supporters. Look, snugly up in a rug. Hello.
Well done, looking good.
Lots of people with Oscar paddles.
Yes.
Which is great. So who have we got coming up here? So let's have a little chat.
Formula One pit stop coming up.
Yep. Oh, is this Chanel?
Whip the wheels off.
Oh, okay. So we're going to see it in action here. Right, here we go. Gareth is coming in. This is a team of 4. So we've got Johnny, who is pit stop. How long will he be? Oh, he's fumbling a little bit with that one. It's going to be less than 10 seconds. Go.
There we go.
We've got the Ferrari McLaren team here.
Yeah, the Red Bull.
Stop. Amazing.
Yeah, we got that at 7.2 seconds, which is a fantastic performance from the pit crew.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
That's practice gone in there.
excellent. Well, this is the team training.
Red Bull trying to sign me up.
Yeah.
I said, no, I've got to go to something well.
So let's have a chat with you, young man, shall we? Because this is
Yes,
a bit
you
of a
go.
baptism of fire. Come round here a minute. Do you need to get a photo or anything?
No.
You sure?
Right, let's whip this round and there we go.
So let's have a little chat with you. So I am with, please give me your name,
Gareth.
because we have never met before, have
No.
we? Gareth Jones.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. Oh, your hand's cold.
Thank you.
So you are the 4th member of the team from Barry.
Apparently, yes.
Yes. No, you are. You're doing it, and you're doing well. So you are. What other water sports do you do?
Oh, that's surf, got kites, I do other stuff like that as well. So
Okay.
not as much as I should do, but you know.
Okay. And you've recently joined the Cardiff SUP group. Have
Yeah,
you,
over
to
the last
train?
12 months, yeah.
Brilliant. And you were gently coerced into doing this event by Sarah, I gather.
Slightly, yeah. Yeah. she does have a way about making you do things you don't want to do.
She does. But
Between her and Kev,
yeah, good. And how are you finding the experience? No, joking aside, how are you finding it?
it's good. It's good. It's nice to be involved in an event. It's nice to be part of something. It's the conditions are changing every time you go out.
Yep.
Yeah, it's quite challenging. It's good training. It's good practice. Yeah, I just know that I need more time on the water.
Yeah. But you're going to get a lot of time in the water today. But really nice to be part of a team as well.
Yeah.
Because you can all support each other and all help each other.
And you get a nice rest.
And you get a nice rest in
Yeah.
between. Yeah, there are 4 of you, so you are getting a rest. What, you're on every 4th hour?
It's about 30 minutes a lap, so
Okay.
yeah, about an hour and a half rest in between.
Yeah, which is
Which is
great,
good.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And how's your hydration and food intake going? Had you ever practiced that before?
No, just eat
You
what I
just
want.
eat when you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's your preference in terms of nutrition strategy? A
Oh.
lot of bananas today. We've had pork pies in the past.
Oh, I've got to keep off the cholesterol, so I'm on Dustinea at the moment,
Okay.
and a few bananas.
Excellent. Bananas, another banana.
Yeah,
Take
Yeah,
it.
well, it's
Brilliant.
really nice to meet you.
And you, thank you very
well
much.
done for getting stuck in and
having a go.
You'll get another round in.
Hopefully,
I'm guessing.
Yeah, hopefully.
If they get their flipping skates on.
Yeah, if we can get another one in, and then maybe do all together on the last one, just for a bit of fun.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would be great fun. Good,
Yeah.
we're going to hold
Yeah.
it
There you
up. All
go,
right, well
yeah.
done. Well done.
There we go. It's Tanya coming through again.
Yep, and this is Kate coming up here. Just she is one of the sub 6,
Sub 6.
sub 6 girls. Well done, Kate.
There we go. So it's really coming quickly, hasn't it?
It has, and it does look slightly easier. That is what people are saying. It's slightly easier. It's really difficult to tell, isn't it, when you're away from, not on the water.
Yeah.
Um,
So that the wind direction's very slightly changed, and it does seem a little bit less. So, boards lined up for people who are not planning to go out in the water anytime soon. Probably disappeared for a cheeky half, or
Yep, or just part of the team.
Yes.
You know, bringing them up here so that they don't have to be in the way of the others. Maybe.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of red paddlers coming in here. The red Super 6, let's call them, the 0 to hero paddlers. You've got Lizzie there, and I'm not sure who the other lady is, but I can certainly find out. I don't actually have my book with me. I think that must be left in the van.
yeah, I didn't
but yeah.
save you this time.
No, you didn't.
No,
Thank you for before. But yeah, the conditions do look a little bit, maybe a little bit
Yeah.
calmer.
and there's a few little ankle-sized bumps, so that's going to be interesting coming
They're
in.
only going to get bigger when they come up here, aren't they? So
Exactly.
that is going to be a challenge for later, for sure.
So this gentleman's part of a team.
Good running. Well done, SUPsec. So many people watching and supporting. It's really lovely. We had a huge amount of dogs here earlier. They all seem to have gone.
Yes.
Probably got very bored. They were all very good and sitting there on their mats and just
Cuddled
having a
up
lovely
in
time.
robes and so on.
Yeah, we've
but-
definitely got two red paddlers coming along here. Lizzie I know for sure, and I'm guessing the other lady is because she's on a red board and she's got a brand new PFD on, so, and a nice woolly hat as well.
There we go. Well done.
Well done, Lizzie.
Well
Good job. Keep going. Not long now. Well done.
Well done.
Still smiling, aren't they?
They
are still
are.
smiling.
They're smiling
so
for us. I don't know.
Well, yeah, maybe not smiling.
Yeah.
They just know they're on camera. So, yeah.
Right. Should we have a wander down onto the beach?
We will. I'm going to go and get my notepad because it's got numbers, and it'd be nice to give some people a shout out. So
Excellent. Well, before you do, I'm gonna leave you just to talk for 2 seconds while I neck another Strepsil.
Strepsil it up, the drug of the moment. So yep. Thank you so much for watching, people. We have had a few tech issues. We're trying to still get people on board. We had a lovely chat with Kirsty there from Paddle Monster, and Larry Kane as well, and Maddie too. So great information coming out of there, all great Canadians, so lovely to chat to them. We're very grateful for their time. They're out on a mega training session together, so good for them, and lots of interesting chats coming up. So do check back on our previous live feed and you can see all the chats there. So I'll run and get my note.
Okay. We should have Jordan through shortly. Sarah, we'll have Jordan soon, wouldn't we? Okay, fine. Okay, so we've still got some other potential guests joining us, and let's just go through. So here we go. Here's the leader on the road. We've got unstoppable momentum. Here we go. Now we monitored his nutrition strategy earlier on. There we go. He's through to his second bucket of treats, homemade treats. Oh, look at that! Well, yeah.
Professional athletes 2.0. So professional athletes got his homemade balanced sports nutrition.
Yeah.
Today the punter is bringing you.
Oh, what have we got? Here we go. Look inside the oh, fantastic.
And enough sausage rolls to keep me.
Sausage
for
rolls.
every 2
Do you know
hours.
what? That is not atypical. We've had pork pies and from Bruce Smith, who came both first and second in the first two iterations. So yeah, some pork snacks are definitely popular.
People would pay thousands for the advice I could give them there.
There you go, sports nutritionist. You can add that to your list of talents. Where have you come from to do this?
Birmingham today.
Yeah.
And it's been fantastic.
And this is your first time at
No, I
SUP12?
was here last year.
Yeah.
When the sun shone and the wind blew,
Yes.
and it was absolutely brilliant. So I'm back today. The wind is blowing and the sun isn't shining.
Excellent.
It's brilliant. It's one of the best things that I do all year.
Brilliant. And what about sort of your normal paddling? Do you? It's
Normally it's on the canal.
Yeah.
So I live in Solihull. If I turn right, it's industrial Birmingham. If I turn left, it's down to Warwick and Stratford-on-Avon. So you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
It's absolutely brilliant.
fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful canals, isn't it?
It is. So it's kind of, you take your life in your hands, go one way.
Yeah.
And then it's swans the other way. So it's
Yeah.
super, super good.
Excellent. Good stuff.
It caught me that you were filming when we did the mass start.
Yeah.
I was the very first person to follow.
Excellent. Well, we've got the live stream up on Facebook, so we will make sure. But I can say that you are not the only one to have fallen in front of our cameras. So we might put a highlights reel together at some point.
I had such high hopes for my first lap. Yeah, within 5 metres of the shore, I was in the water.
Well, as they say, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So, are you going out for another
We're staying
burn?
till 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
We're proper punters.
Yeah.
We're not here to win. We're not like Tanya,
Yeah.
who I've got so much admiration for. She's got a steely spirit.
Yeah.
Just more laps than we did last year,
Yeah.
and prove that we're not too long in the tooth.
Yes. Exactly. Well done, Paul.
Right, let's get my stuff
Paul has just had a bit of a stop there, a bit of a nutrition. Jumped into his nutrition, his power balls as we call them.
Yeah.
So he's still going strong. He's still 3 laps ahead of Carlo. So
So he could afford to spend a bit of time, but you don't want to spend enough time that you end up,
but I think he
sticking.
wants a record, doesn't he? I imagine that Paul is wanting to better his time from last year, or his laps, and better.
Yes. There's a gritty,
better his
resilient.
time and the amount of laps he's paddled. So
Right, should we move into Oscar propulsion?
yes,
Do we think?
yes.
So,
It's raining.
yes.
Good plan.
Right, so this was forecast and we tried to ignore it, but yes, I think we'll just get down here. All these brave souls supporting.
Yeah. Let's hope that.
I think this is only a light one, so it should be back out very shortly. Well, that was a great chat with Kirsty, wasn't it?
Oh, really good. What insight into, what's going on in the mine. And she set this fabulous 7-stage programme up, which will really help paddlers with that side of it, which is clearly huge. It's not just about the physical and nutrition.
Yeah.
And they do have all that paddle knowledge, actually. They've got all those coaches to cover all those aspects, and then they've got Kirsty as well to cover that side of it, and it's great.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously they are high quality coaches and they've got a huge amount of experience and performance and succeeding, but if you're taking a variety, a wider number of people out and improving their game, you've got to have the mind game in there already.
Definitely. And the joy of it is with something like that, we're not, they are talking, Larry Kane and some of the team are just such high level. They've not only competed but coached at such high level, but they also want to bring that to the normal people like you and I to help us to achieve our dreams, whatever they may be. It may be just to Johnny. It's people, normal people like the people here who want to achieve their dreams. So I'm just going to bring Johnny on board. So if you flick the camera round, that would be amazing. You're going live, so please no swearing.
Let me-
So So I'm here with Johnny Greatrex, who is Sarah Perkins's, shall we say, she's not here, better half.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
She'll catch up like,
Whisper it.
not at all, not at all. She knows I'm joking. So you're here supporting the team.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Sarah, so it's nice that they're paddling in a team this year.
Yeah, it's
you
a
know
bit
all those
different
paddlers,
vibe.
don't you?
Yeah.
And they're doing really well and all seem to be embracing that lovely different point of difference it is from last year.
Yeah, it's quite fun. I wasn't sure how it was going to work out for them, and Sarah wasn't really sure, but she didn't want to do another 12 hours. She's done 2, so she thought this is a nice way of doing
Not
it.
this year.
Yeah, it's great. No, Gareth's new to the team. I've not met Gareth before, but he's a great lad. And of course, there's King Kev. With Sarah
Kev,
Marshall,
yeah.
So it's all good.
It's a
all
good team with some really sort of good mixed abilities because Sarah is brilliant on the ocean, Sarah, and then Sarah Marshall is brilliant on moving water of any kind.
Yeah, she's really good.
Does lots of
she's
white
done
water,
really good.
she knows how to read the water.
Yeah.
And Kev is just like solid.
Kev just goes through it all.
Solid.
And Gareth's getting faster and faster.
Oh,
Every
brilliant.
time he goes out, he's like, wow, this is...
Amazing.
Oh
So
yeah, he's pulled off a really good lap just now.
Really?
So, yeah, he's
Good
going-
for him. And
know.
he was, we just had a little chat with him and he just said, he needs to up his skills. But, paddling on here for 12 hours or however many hours you paddle, you're going to up your skill level, aren't you?
definitely,
So
definitely. And
It's all
great.
in the bank.
Yeah, I was chatting to Brendan earlier and just saying it's so nice that you can challenge yourself if you do a lap, or if you challenge yourself or you're like Paul and you're trying to get 35 laps or whatever he's doing.
Do you think he's trying to
and
break
Tanya-
his record?
I don't know, I guess so. I guess it's hard to
You-
tell, isn't
you
it? Because
would, wouldn't
every
you?
course is different, so
Yeah.
but I guess he's trying
It's
to...
all about the laps at
Yeah.
the end of the day,
So
isn't it? It's how many
he's
laps
an
you do,
absolute
so-
machine, and Tanya as well. They're 3 laps ahead of second
I know.
place.
That's
Tanya's
just-
3 laps ahead of Emily, which is amazing. Yeah, Emily's
Yeah.
going well. I was looking
Yeah.
at her time, so she's getting faster.
Yeah. She's just warming up.
Yeah, she's just warming up. She's a marathon person,
She is,
isn't she?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Al's running back and forth. They've got the best swap over. He's the best butler. He's learning alongside with coffee and cake as
amazing.
Emily's running along the transition. I mean, Paul's got to sort himself out with the lady, haven't he, to sort that out?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's great. But what a great event again.
I know.
It's
so
so good.
lucky with the
Yeah.
weather. I mean, we've got a spot of rain coming in now, but that's no bad
It's
thing.
nothing. It's nothing.
The weather has been brilliant. I mean, a couple of days ago, we had some pretty big waves coming in on the beach, and that would have been really tough for some of these paddlers because some of these paddlers have done the whole thing on their knees because they don't have the skill level.
That's
not
amazing.
to.
Yeah, but they're out there and they're doing
Absolutely,
it. So,
absolutely.
it's great, and it always, when I come to these events, I know I don't bring a board, I bring my wind stuff, so wings and windsurf, but you always get like, oh, I should be doing it, I should be out there. And probably...
You did a bit of racing recently on your Nisco, didn't you?
Oh
Up
God,
in,
last year at Beadnell, yeah, my bum handed to me, there you go sir. Well, I was like, we were up there and I said, look, we got Nisco, why didn't you enter? You used to use Niscos. I'm stood on an inflatable board for about 5 years.
Yeah.
So instead of like trying it, I just pumped it up, left her on the beach, and then first time the whistle blew, I jumped on it, and I literally got about 10 metres off the beach. Oh, I'm in trouble here, this is really... Anyway, it's gone okay, because it was quite challenging at Beadnell. It was proper surf, it was great. It was a really good a really good distance. But I was okay until half a lap, and then I fell off, and then it all went to pot. And
Pear-shaped.
yeah, it went pear-shaped, and I came in. So when I did the tech, I took my surfboard, and I came third. Only in the fun fleet, but it was a bit of fun. So.
You got out there and you had to go.
Yeah.
There's such a lovely event up there with Anna and her crew. She runs a really beautiful event, doesn't she?
It's great. We've been
Yeah.
2 years now, and it's so good.
Yeah.
And the weather can be amazing. Both times we've been there, the weather's been like the Bahamas. It's
Brilliant.
fantastic.
So, yeah, look it up, Anna Little and Beadnell. So we've got some guys out there on a tandem board. I don't know if you've noticed, Johnny, how they're doing, but we've got, I can't see them
there
at the
they
moment,
are.
but they
They're
are
right
still...
in front of us almost.
They are still bashing out the laps. Yeah, what are your plans? You've got some time off shortly, haven't you?
Oh God, yeah, just for it. I'm going to be an official old fart soon and retiring. So yeah,
Amazing.
looking forward to that. I might even have to make a comeback, mightn't I? And
Definitely do
Kev's
it.
desperate to get me out there so he can kick my butt, I'm sure. So
And I
every
think he
time
might.
he's like, come on, Johnny, get your board out. So I
Yeah.
don't know. We'll see.
Well, you've got options, haven't you? But
Yeah.
you're a great supporter of Sarah Perkins,
Team Perky.
Team Perky. She
I'm a
couldn't do it.
cheerleader. You should see me pom poms.
Oh, I want to see
Sorry.
your pom poms, mate.
We've seen your pom poms.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, Johnny is Sarah Perkins' other half, and you, as I say, great supporter of SUPjunkie. So thank you very much. Always.
Pleasure, Mrs.
All your help.
Pleasure. That's
And,
great sport, isn't it?
Yeah, you
Get
take some
involved.
cracking photos for us in the past. So I'm not sure where my husband is. He was asleep in the van just a minute ago. So okay.
A bit too much for him, bless him.
All too much. So yeah, off you pop, and we'll see you.
Nice to talk to
at
you
the end.
guys.
Yeah,
See you
thanks
in a
for
bit.
coming on board.
Yeah, catch you in a bit.
All right, darling. Thank you. So one of my
Wow.
great friends there, Sarah Perkins and Johnny, always good fun. We always have a great time with them. I know we've got some guests that we'd love to get on, Simon, but we
That's-
will see. We've had some tricky old times with the tech,
We have.
and yeah, we have got a big star coming on at
Oh, hang
4:30. So
Yeah. So apologies to anyone who is watching who was one of those guests we haven't been able to get across. It's been a bit of a pain, and we completely blame Facebook for that, don't
yeah,
we?
let's blame them, not us. We know what
Yeah,
we're doing, but
exactly. We're professionals.
yeah, we've got someone coming on at about 4:30, so that will give us a nice little chat.
Fabulous.
Yep, that'll
Lovely.
be great.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on the time. Right.
Yep, okay.
Wow. So it's 4 o'clock now, isn't it?
Yes.
Can we? That means that we've got 3 hours left. We are in the
I know.
final quarter,
The
and
death throes of the event.
well, do you know what? I think this one I think has been. I mean, I really ran out of puff in the afternoon of the first one, but I think this one's just been.
Been really good, especially
Smooth.
knowing that you had a little strepsil issue. I'm just going to go and grab Brendan and just
Yeah.
get him on the mic, just so that if people haven't heard from him, we can just have a little chat
absolutely.
about.
Right, you don't want to look at me, do you? There we go. So that's the action there, and you can see the lights starting to come in on the pier. So 4 o'clock, and we are in the last 3 hours, and we can see the tide really coming in now, and we are joined by none other
Van.
than
The
Who
head
can it be?
honcho.
yes.
Woo, woo, woo.
How are we doing, guys? How are we doing?
We're doing good. They're doing good. The audience has been brilliant, actually, because we've been
Yes,
stop
audience.
start. We've had a couple of amazing guests on. We've had Larry Kane,
Oh, cool.
Maddie LeBlanc, and
Yeah.
Kirsty McMillan from Paddle Monster.
Yeah.
So all great. And Kirsty is their new sort of
Performance
performance
coach.
all
Yeah.
to do with the mind, basically. And really interesting chat with her. So it'd be good when you get the time to.
To see what she says about that. for sure.
Absolutely. So how's it going as far as you're concerned?
Really well, except obviously that random speedboat that just went through the whole field. So we got an exclusion on it all, but
Hey.
that's the problem with coastal environments. Not everyone is trained and understand what's going on.
No, but
So they were respectful as they went through, but they still went straight through the middle of the event.
we missed that. We were obviously talking to somebody else. So
Yeah, as you can tell, I'm just all about the safety and just making sure everything is good,
of course.
and the
Yeah.
fact that the wind is, as we would expect it to, died right down, just means it's a bit less challenging, and
Yeah.
it just means people are now planning to get a few more laps than previously thought. It's just lovely to see so many smiley faces, but also through gritted teeth, because it's not been easy. Not
Yeah.
been easy,
And
and that's the
people-
challenge.
Absolutely, and people have over the last sort of hour almost upped their game. We can sense it in them. It's almost like that finishing straight, even though that finishing straight is 3 hours away.
Yeah.
They're like, we've got this, we can do, they're almost in that one more lap mentality. With
What can they
the
do?
red paddlers, the red equipment paddlers, the Zero to Heroes, are being incredible.
They really
and we
are.
have loved watching them. The last time I checked, which was a good couple of hours away, was between 5 and 9 laps. And testament to them. They've got some cracking boards under their feet, but really putting themselves out of their comfort zone
Yeah.
and really having a go. So again, thank you so much to Red Equipment and you for creating that initiative to get people entering an event of some sort.
Well, do you know what? Let's see with each event that we do if we can get even more of those type, because just having that benefit of the training session but the kids just means that, do you know what, if we've got 6 more from this event on its own, we've got 6 more that are going to enter more events. But if we can do 6 or 12 every event, all of a sudden, if we're all doing that, you know what can be achieved.
Yeah, and when you took those people out, didn't you, or most of them out in the marina, what were you teaching them? What was their skill level? They were all paddlers, but they just hadn't. So was it more about the aspect of
So
actually?
a little bit about so technique for endurance is very different, because you can't do classic technique hour after hour. You have to vary it around in the way that you use your muscle groups. So, you know, as you know, paddling properly uses all your muscle groups, but you can adapt and change it, so you're just using your arms for a couple hundred feet, just use your legs, you know, lock everything out and just use your back. Then the big muscle groups, you're using your legs. So if you vary it through that, you can give yourself a rest whilst you're still paddling. So just helping them to understand that and how you change that technique with what we knew and was going to happen was just side on chop.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what you don't want to be doing as a beginner is just paddling on one side, because it's just destroys you. So
Draining.
different techniques of how you overcome that and paddle with both sides. I'm just looking out as we speak to somebody who's struggling to get back on their board.
Oh yeah. So you're keeping a keen eye on that. The nose of the
Yeah,
board is
always.
right
Just,
up there. They're obviously trying to get on
From
the
the
back,
tail, yeah.
which is, they look like they've made it, but those other paddlers will be keeping a keen eye. In fact, this one is
Going to
actually
help.
going over to help to make sure that paddler is okay.
Right, they're
So
back on. So it's just about to send the boat, but we're good.
yeah, no,
They're back on.
that's all good. So and again, that's what you do as a paddler, isn't it? If you see someone in trouble in the water, no matter how fast you're going or where you are in the pack, you stop and help.
And we were just talking about mental performance and so on. So obviously you just talked about physical endurance and different tricks you can use. What's your sort of mental process for when everything is hurting and
Everyone is different with that, but for me it's all about the little steps. If you achieve the little steps and all of a sudden, for example, right, I'm going to do it in a certain technique, in a certain enthusiasm and effort to a certain buoy, and then you get to that buoy and then you go to the next buoy and the next buoy, and you just pat yourself on the back every time you get that little achievement. All of a sudden you've done another lap.
Yeah.
Because if you just say, right, I'm going to do 12 laps, and you've done 3 and you've still got 9 to go, that's a hard pill to swallow. So it's about those little achievable steps. It might be just to try and keep up with someone, and that's the beauty, because you can pick on people that you think, right, I'm going to try and keep up with this person, and that gives you that motivation for that lap.
Yeah, or catch them and
Yeah,
overtake
or
them.
try and take them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Take them down. What a great achievement of a one lap that can be. You know, it might mean you have a longer rest, but you achieve that personal goal for that little section, and an event like this opens it up to all of that. You know, for some it was just a case of standing up for a certain distance before going to their knees. You know, there's so many different ways in which you can really achieve, but they're just little steps. And all of a sudden you've done your 8 or 9 laps,
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
is massive.
Yeah.
And the other great contribution, apart from getting involved in racing, it's about facing your fears, dealing with it. So, for example, if someone was going to turn out now for, another race, I mean, they've done 12 hours or 6 hours or whatever in relatively challenging circumstances, and they know that they can do it. So, I don't know, half an hour race. I mean, what's that to them?
Exactly,
That's,
the confidence building.
Yeah, exactly.
You've absolutely nailed it. Because, I mean, I'm looking at some of those guys and girls out there now, you've got the safety net of other people going the other way further out of you. You've got the safety net of passing boys. All those things, you've got the safety net knowing there's boats here to be able to, and there's eyes on them. If you took all that away, stripped all that back, that's a really exposed position they're in, and an exposure that most don't want to do. So they've now done it. they've now done it, they've now achieved it, and hopefully this gives them great confidence to
They know what
do
to
that.
expect for the future. We've got Sarah Perkins coming in here trying to catch a little wave there. She's
There's a surprise.
Yes.
exactly. She's a surfer, so she's coming in, and they're doing really well. It's a team of 4.
Yeah, they
we
are.
love that. And Sarah's obviously done this event. Sarah's done this event.
Twice
This
before.
this is her 3rd time. She's chosen to do it in a team
Yeah.
aspect, and they were just saying how lovely it is to do it like that. They've got one member who they're not sure about his comfort zone, but his times are actually going up. So he's clearly getting used to it as a paddleboarder on the sea, and times are going up. So it'd be really
lovely
interesting to
'cause,
see their times.
I gave them vouchers for ice creams, which is brilliant because they timed it so that one would go off for the whilst while they're off the water.
yeah.
So it really works well.
Absolutely, and the tide is coming in really quickly again, isn't it? In and
does.
out.
Stays
and
out for a long time, and then all of a sudden, bang, it comes up.
comes back in.
And that changes the water. It really does change the water.
Yeah, but it has flattened off. It's got that, even though there's little swell bumps coming in, it's glassy, isn't it?
It's
now?
a glassier look now, isn't
which
it?
is, they will be finding that a lot easier, won't they? So it's come at the right time for them. They've got a few hours to go.
Well, it should stay like this now and just get calmer and calmer because what's happening out there has gone calm. So hour before this residual swell kind of dies down as well, so we could be finishing in proper glass.
Oh, that would be lovely for them, actually, wouldn't it? So
Absolutely.
you've got another paddler coming in here. I don't know if that's Emily King on the starboard. She has actually. She's got a starboard now, so that looks like Emily.
Yeah,
so
coming in at a rate of
surfing
knots.
as well. She's a surfer on a raceboard too. So amazing, and as I say, those red equipment Zero to Hero paddlers have
What a
just
great
had
initiative.
A bit of a blast, haven't they?
No, absolutely. So we'll keep that tradition with hopefully brands wanting to support that over the course of all the events before we and including the World Cup and beyond.
Yeah, definitely. We had a good chat with Mr. Cooley about the World Cup, and he's very
Brilliant.
excited. So, and talking about the bigger picture, like you were earlier, and all that it will bring to the locality and the local businesses. It's not just about the paddlers, is it? It's everything. It's such a big picture.
Well, celebrating a location benefits so many people, and that's what I've always been trying to do for the destination. But because I know actually in reverse it helps everything else we do.
Absolutely, and we've got a good friend of yours coming online very soon at 5:30. We've got someone coming on at 5:30, so that'll be exciting. So we've had a few tech issues, but we've or muddled through, I think the word is. It's interesting when Facebook changes the setup, and it's something you may not have used for a year. So, but yeah, we've enjoyed this event, and we've got Duncan who's going to get on the. He's been on the decks a few times, hasn't he?
On the wheels of steel.
He's not paddling, but he's here to support. There's Sarah Perkins. Another lap. Yeah, she felt sick, she was saying. So she obviously put the hammer down, but it does look. Conditions do look better, so
They are improving, aren't
With
they?
the potentially a little brightness coming up.
yeah. And I think the rain has been and gone.
Yeah, good.
It's
Well,
the English Riviera. That was
That was a lot
That
of
was
rain.
it.
the first time I felt rain in 2025. I think it doesn't ever rain in English Riviera.
You can always find a spot where it doesn't rain. All right, but we'll let you go.
Thank you.
Is
Well
there
done
going
for
to be
what you
Thank you. Is there like a prize giving at the end? Is it going to be here?
Yeah, so we
And then
had
you're
it,
just going to let everybody
here.
run away.
and then everyone goes.
Yeah.
Most were dead.
Most of them have been up since 5 o'clock,
Yeah.
so they will be in a
We got
code.
loads of prizes.
it's not just the water that will be glassy. It's
The glass
everyone
You know,
else's face.
One year I'd love to hold an after party, but I just don't think it would be much fun because after an hour, everyone 2 or 3 pints in,
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, it needs to be a quick. I think the first year you did, pasty and a pint.
Yeah.
That was pretty good, wasn't it? At the
Do you know
rugby
what?
Club?
We've got the pint, but it's still. I forgot to pick it up yesterday. We're not open today.
So we don't actually have
So
the
I've got
pints.
two. I've got 2 barrels that have been opened, ready to go.
Yeah.
That have to be drunk within 2 days, and they're all just sat. No. Absolute at the minute, that's my only disaster this whole time. So it could be worse.
Oh,
Yeah.
it could be a lot worse,
But
couldn't it?
there's
Yeah.
120 pints.
Oh, you're going to have a good weekend then.
Well, I'm away tomorrow,
All back
and
to
they have to
yours.
be drunk by Tuesday. So I don't know what's going to
Oh
happen
my
there.
goodness, you need to donate them to someone for sure.
Yeah.
All right, my lovely. Well,
See you
we'll
later.
catch up
Lovely.
with you later.
Take
Thank
care.
you for your time. So, always great chatting to Brendan about what has been going on and how it's going and the trials and tribulations.
Trials and tribs.
It's been a great event so far. So
Right, how are we doing for time? We need to be near
we're
to our
good.
studio,
we're good,
don't
we're
we?
good. Yeah, our studio. Hoping it's not been taken over by Mr. T or anyone else for that matter.
Yeah,
So
15 minutes.
yep, 15 minutes
Right,
to
should
go.
we have a quick wander down and watch people coming
Yeah, let's
ashore?
do
Did you?
So lots of friendships gained on the water here as people help each other out. Thank you. Shall I tread that in? Is that helpful or not?
It's very helpful.
You are very welcome. Here we go, and it's that flat section of the beach that's now been filled in by the tide, and this is where the shelving really starts. So this is where some of the excitement will start as well as we watch people come ashore.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's-
We've got Pinky Paddles running back to her
and
board.
Tanya going out.
There's Tanya going out. Paul Drake coming in on that new. So there you go, two 404 boards
Passing each
crossing
other.
over there. Paul is really pleased with that board. He picked it up yesterday and hadn't ever tried it before. And here he is. I don't know how many laps he's smashed out, but he's having a good
Quite a
time.
few.
Keep going, not long now. Now Paul is has got a really interesting job.
Yeah.
He creates, you know, these sort of art installations where it might be flowers or Winnie the Pooh or the Wizard of Oz or castles, and it might be at a garden centre or big life-size constructions. He designs and builds them.
Like foliage type thing.
Anything,
Right.
foliage, castles, all sorts of things. So
Yeah.
absolutely fascinating stuff that I found out 6 months ago. It's a great job. and-
Chat on beaches and all of that stuff. It's,
yeah. It's and some of the installations are huge and interesting and diverse and dynamic.
Yeah.
It's quite a unique job that he's got, you know.
Yeah.
And he loves the paddleboarding. So Jonathan Show in there just walking up the beach to take another lap.
Yeah. So this is when the jaws get set, isn't it? And
The mindset has to be strong. So
Yeah.
you've got Paul Simmons coming in here, number 76, just
he's like a metronome, just banging those laps in.
yeah. He is a keen windsurfer, surfer,
Foiler.
wing foiler. Yeah, all the water sports, and he does them a huge amount. Very sort of interesting selection and on the water as much as he can.
Yeah, and that cross section of expertise really helps him, I think, with all of this work. But he also has a way of sort of parking the pain receptors in his body and just pushing on and on and on.
Absolutely, he was a winner of the Great Glen last year, I think in a record time. Again, you know, that's a 92k race.
Yeah, so
It can be proper gnarly up there. It can be like the ocean and with waves and, you know, the wind funneling down Loch Ness. Incredible. Well done, Paul. Good job.
well done, Darren. Yeah, just phenomenal ability to take care of business.
And I think the other people that we should talk about, as in thanking to get these events. Well done, Paul. That stone is causing a lot of problems.
Is it? Maybe you should move it. do a bit of beach gardening. I know.
Is Torbay Council. So without the support of the council, you can't run these events. So have you lost your...
Well, see whether we can swipe. Oh, we lost the comments. So no, you have to swipe left. Oh, hang on. Right. Okay. So.
There we go.
Wonderful. Okay. So apologies. We've probably got a bit of a backlog of comments. I've been swiping right the whole time. Right. So Red Paddlers from Lee. Lee, how's the skiing going? We're obviously sad that you're not here, but it sounds like you're having a good time. Have some, was it Glühwein and...
yeah.
I don't know.
Just Glühwein.
Yeah. Raclette, yes. Yep. So, you've got this through everything at the last few hours. We've already probably done more than you ever expected, so everything else is a bonus. Very true. And for Paddle Up, just want to say, Lizzie, you're doing amazing. The Paddle Up Club are rooting for you. We're immensely proud. And raising money for Breast Cancer UK, absolute legend, Lizzie. Alistair Swinscoe, say hi to Tanya, Carlo, Dortha and Jens from Alison and I, part of our 11 Cities family.
Lovely. Oh, lovely. Okay, that's good to know the connection there. Thank you for that, Alistair.
And there's a 30-minute after party at Brendan's house Monday.
Definitely to get that beer drunk for sure.
Yeah.
There you go, Lee. Just pick that up immediately.
Excellent. We'll have to.
That would be lovely. I think that might not happen, but yeah, why not? Let's go all round to
Let's
Brendan's
go.
on Monday.
Everyone's invited, and fantastic. Well, I mean, this tide, this beach is absolutely amazing, and albeit the fact that it is a full moon, so it's the highest high, the lowest lows. The tide went out all the way to those those nearest orange buoys you can see in front of you, and it's going to come back a whole lot further, probably another metre or so in height,
top.
probably another metre and a half actually.
So we've got we have some lovely connections in SUP. I mean, Alison Renee and Alistair Swinscoe have, are big supporters of the SUP 11 Cities. They've done it multiple times. They go off and do some huge endurance adventures and paddles and races. They're often on a tandem board as well.
Yeah.
And they're out there, and they will know the people from 11 Cities better than you and I will, for sure. They go out there a lot, so it's nice to hear that those people are part of their family, the 11 Cities family. So we've got some man coming in here on a big fat wide starboard board. I think number 7. Let's see if we can find out who that gentleman is. Bear in mind we're not in numerical or in number. Alec Gribble from Newquay. Okay.
There we go.
That board has got a lot of history, hasn't it, to it, I think. It looks pretty...
It's a few years old, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, but not that
old.
It's, I think, Susanna Supps is on a more modern version of that, so lots of cheering as that man is running along the
front there. He is.
To get to the station, have a drink,
there you go.
Whatever. Quick change, get the tag off. Oh, they are a team. Yep. 22 minutes past, so we might just wander back.
Right, yeah,
we're going to wander back. We've got another guest hopefully coming on at past. So we'll be able to have a chat with him. What was our tech? I think he'll know what he's doing, even if we don't.
Oh, well, yes, he's appeared before, so he came straight on.
Yeah. So
do you know, I think the thing, sorry, just excuse us while we have a quick technical conversation. I think the thing is that you have to access via mobile, and you've got to have liked the page, otherwise you don't have the option.
Yeah. So being on the mobile is the most important thing when you're trying to link through and appear on someone's live feed.
So there you go. We can write the guidebook on Facebook live events, maximising your opportunities
Until it's out
as
of
we
date
go.
6 months later.
Exactly.
That's the point, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah.
How are we doing?
Have a look at the water from. You can see we're a little bit higher up here, and you can see it's taken on that glassy quality.
Yeah.
They'll be needing to move the rescue boat in a little while before that gets washed away. I'm sure it's got its anchor down. I'm not sure, but
Yeah,
it's
I'm
beautiful. Sure. It's beautiful now. We thought the rain was coming.
It
The rain was
did for a
forecast.
bit.
How long?
Probably about 30
30
seconds.
Yeah. So Will back. Hello, Will.
Hello.
Or let's have a chat with Will. But 2-minute chat. Come in, my friend.
Hang on, let me just go around the side. Here we go.
So we've got Will back here. He was on our live feed first thing this morning.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for that.
Could you crouch down a bit?
And you're back. And how's he doing? You're here with Carlo. So what's your connection with him?
We met in Florida,
Okay.
and kind of just friends in common because we've only met once, but we got on quite well. And he said he needed a hand, so I just said, I'm more than happy to help with Pablo in need. And
Okay.
yeah, I picked him up at midnight last night. We
Wow.
got to bed about 1 a.m. and then left my house at 5:30 this morning.
Wow. So he's come over specifically to do this event.
Yeah, he's doing a few European events
Yep.
as well, but yeah, this is his first event in Europe of his trip, so yeah,
Wow.
hopefully
And he's
he does
doing
well.
incredibly well. I mean,
Is
I
he in
don't-
second at the
he's
moment?
in second.
Yeah.
He's been in second all the way.
Yeah.
But Paul is just pulling away all the time.
Oh,
He's
really?
like 3
Yeah.
laps ahead.
Oh wow.
But
yeah.
Carlo is in, it's almost like joint second place. It depends on where they finish in the lap, but he's in second place
Yeah.
at the moment. So
Yeah. Do you
doing
know where he
incredibly
is on the
well.
course? Or?
No idea.
Because I only just got back here. I went
He'll
home.
pitch
for
up.
a
He'll
nap.
be coming through very soon, I
Yeah.
can guarantee that.
Yeah, he's not hanging around for long. So and please don't tell me you're taking him back to the airport tonight or anything
Oh,
like that.
not quite, but he is actually leaving tomorrow. Like,
Okay.
he's not here for long, just a quick
Well,
stop, and then
Yeah,
and then
that's-
he's back to the Azores to train with the Hisulios.
Okay,
Yeah.
we've had Bruno Masulio on here today.
Bruno
so
and Itself.
oh,
he's training
lovely.
with Bruno
We
and
love it.
Itself.
So
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
mad.
Yeah,
We
he's
love
crazy.
his
He's
madness.
nice. I love him.
Nice, crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that's good then. And then doing some European events. Will you tie up with him again, with Carlo, to
Hopefully,
do those?
yeah. Hopefully, I'm hoping so, and hopefully he'll come back next year, and
Yeah.
I can show him around a bit more. Yeah.
Absolutely. How did he hear about this event? Do you know?
Oh, I'm not entirely sure. I reckon he just saw it on social media.
And just thought,
Yeah.
that's my bag.
He likes the ultra events. Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah,
And
loves
he's
it.
done SUP 11 cities, has he?
Yeah, he came third last year at the
Wow.
11 cities.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that the straight through or the 5 day? Do you know? Or
I think the 5 day.
okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
can't say for sure though.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's an amazing young man, and we've really enjoyed watching him race. He's very focused.
Yeah.
He has just asked to say hi. Just, when we shout him out.
We've been giving him a
We've
little
broken him
chair
down.
as we've gone through.
Has he
but,
had much rest? Has he sat down at all? or-
Not,
He's just
doesn't
been-
seem to.
nothing.
Yeah. Has
No.
Simo sat down?
No,
or no,
he doesn't sit down.
He doesn't sit down.
No, they're both trotting along. They're both
Yeah.
they both stop for just to stuff some food in their faces and a bit of hydration. But no stopping. Constantly on the go. I mean, it is just amazing to watch.
Yeah.
So again, we want to, while we're on this live, we want to congratulate Will on your big win at the Hell of Dark.
Thanks again.
Fantastic. And you've had you and Hector have been there or thereabouts together, haven't you,
Yeah.
over the last few years?
Yeah, I kind of had a bit of a year off last year,
Yeah.
but I've been back at it now. Like,
And been doing some training. And
Yeah,
whatnot.
been training again. Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations on that. It must have felt really, really good.
To finally be back up there.
Yeah, absolutely. So are you? You're going to go to Europe. We talked about that earlier, didn't we? You're
Yeah.
going to go to Europe this year and see where you stand. And
Yeah. Hopefully do some European races.
Yeah.
But I think my main focus for the next few months is the like GB SUP race in Falmouth
Okay.
to try and qualify for ISAs. They haven't announced them yet, but I know they're probably going to happen, and I want to go if they're happening. So
Well, they'll be happening. It's just
yeah.
where and when. We
Yeah,
don't,
where
we
and
don't
when.
know that.
Those
so-
little details.
Yeah, just those minor details that you don't, paddlers don't need to know about. But no, Falmouth will be great. It's a great event because it is, it's the qualifier for the ISAs.
Yeah.
And yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
for that.
thank you.
That'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
great, and good luck in Europe. We'll be watching you
Yeah.
all the way.
Yeah,
so,
it's good.
Yeah, keep having fun, Will.
yeah.
Thank you very
Nice,
much.
no worries.
All right, take care.
Yes.
Bye bye. Such a nice young man. He really is.
Right, back to the studio. Oh, that's where my hat went.
Wherever you lay your hat.
That's my home. Oh, right, let's do this first. Would you like to go on
Yes.
to that?
Okay, so we are going to have another very, very special guest in just a few minutes. As long as we won't announce who it is, but as long as, give us a minute and hopefully we can invite, or he will drop in. But it'll be good to have a chat with him. It's been a while actually.
It has been a
Since I've
while.
spoken.
So yes. Well, I don't want to spoil the surprise by.
No, definitely
no,
not.
definitely not.
Definitely not.
Right.
So
I'll
we're,
tell you what.
it's nice and warm in
do,
here.
do you want to change positions? Should we mix up a bit? If you sit there and I'll
Go
sit
on then.
there, and then I can. This studio business is a good idea, I think, don't you?
It's great, isn't it? We should have
Yeah.
a sort of
Backdrop.
multicoloured backdrop there with
Yeah.
some surfing on it or something. So
Some
who's
fairy
watching at the
lights.
moment? Lee is still there. Good girl.
If you're still watching, let us know. And
Yep.
can you hear us?
We hope you can hear us.
It's just
Yeah, we're going to.
pop the mic there.
So Simon's been using a new mic, which is a double-ended, isn't it?
It is.
So what we didn't want to get was the sound of the water on the shore, because that water running across the stones absolutely seems to get into the phone, doesn't it? And really, we did some interviews, I think at the Super Champs, and we were up on the side here, and you could just hear this noise of this water running over stones, and it was really distracting. We just thought, oh, we've got to definitely change this up. So.
So
We have
several
done that.
microphones later, and oh, there we go. There we go. So yeah, very very pleased to speak to friends of both of us. Is
With what was going on with its.
hey,
Woohoo!
there he is.
Oh no, other way.
How's it going?
As you were.
How
Is that right?
How you
That's it.
doing?
Yep.
Very good. How's it going?
It's
Yeah,
going
good.
pretty well. Oh, who's this?
That's Hunter.
This
Oh,
is
of course
Hunter.
it is. What a gorgeous dog! Very well named.
I'm on the side. Is that right? That seems really strange to me.
Oh,
No,
you're the
you're-
right way up for
You're
us.
yeah, you are. You're absolutely fine for us.
So
So
random.
everybody, welcome Jordan Wiley. If you don't know who Jordan is, where
Shame
the hell
on
have you
you.
been? Shame
Yeah.
on you. Absolutely. It's really lovely to see your face, Jordan. We're really pleased that you've taken time out to come and join us on the SUP12 live feed. You are, as you know, one of our favourites. Sorry, our favourite, not one of, our favourite.
You're very kind. You're
Person in the
incredibly
whole
kind.
world.
You're in the top 30, Jordan.
Yeah, I know
were
that she says
thoroughly-
that to everybody.
No, absolutely not. We were thoroughly invested in your journey of paddling around Great Britain, and since then just following your amazing stories, journeys, your life, your highs, your lows. It's been, everything that you do is inspirational because you wear your heart on your sleeve and you're very honest about who you are as a person. And yeah, it's been a joy to follow you, and we're very happy to see that you're happy currently. And can you imagine, I mean, you did you did paddle halfway around the UK. You did incredibly well. How would you feel about doing a SUP 12 event where you're going out for 12 hours and actually coming off the water every 3.5k, past your comfort station,
Past your
past your food,
Haribos.
Well,
past your,
I
maybe your
think
dog?
I think it'd be a walk in the park compared to travelling around Britain.
Good answer.
Because that was what we were pretty much doing every day, paddling for 12 to 17, 18 hours. Although we didn't get any Haribos. No, but it's an amazing, it's an incredible event that you guys and Brendan and everybody down there, all the volunteers are running. It's very inspiring to watch, and it's brilliant. What I love about sort of the paddling around the UK, not from my perspective, but from Brendan's, it's given him a great platform to go and do amazing things like this, and and spread that positivity. So it's amazing, and I'm absolutely certain, if not this year, I'll be down to one of the events, because I should be there really. I've got a fractured ankle at the moment once again.
Oh,
Oh
So because
no.
I was considering coming down there because it's been lovely weather as well, for the last few days.
Yeah.
But no, amazing, and it's just brilliant. Since we sort of connected near 5 years ago now, which seems like a lifetime ago. I think just to see how big stand-up paddleboarding is now. It was on the sort of right trajectory then, but now it's just huge, isn't it? It's everywhere. It's amazing to see, because it's a wonderful community, and out of all the adventure type communities, whether it's climbing or on the water or whatever it might be, running, you don't get anything more supportive than the SUP industry. I haven't felt, there's not any egos out there really that I've come across. Everyone wants to help, everyone wants to share knowledge, everyone's very supportive, so it's quite it has a special place, even though I don't do a lot of SUP since I got off that board. In
we
fact,
don't
hardly
blame you.
any. Um,
We don't blame you. And thanks very much for your kind words about the community. And of course, we're in violent agreement with you about all of that. But you're a man of adventure, and I mean, last year, if we just talk about that first, so you did quite a innovative cycle journey, didn't you, from Italy? It was the Towers adventure on a wooden bicycle. I mean, I really wasn't sure how that was going to work out, but that seemed
Neither was
to
I.
be okay. No splinters or anything that you reported anyway. But just sort of look back at last year, and what were the highlights there, and just share a bit about that adventure.
Yeah, well, it was a wonderful expedition, and as always with these things, it had an incredible cause behind it, which was twofold really. One, to raise as much awareness for the Army cadets and their charity. But then something that was really special was to try and fund a memorial in Blackpool for a little boy who tragically died, Jordan Banks. Actually, coming up next month to the anniversary again. So it's like with any of these things, the adventure's great and wonderful, but what keeps you pushing forward is the why, is the reason behind we do it all. If I could raise hundreds of thousands, millions of pounds by just sitting in my garden sunbathing, that'd be great. But unfortunately, you have to do weird, wacky things, as you know. And where there's something weird and wacky, I'm the first one with my hand up.
Yeah.
So I try to do things that have never been done, not because of any other reason than that's how you get support when you want to sort of get sponsors, get media coverage and things. You need to think outside the box, I've learned, and or do things that are people think can't be done. So like with everything, it's always about the why we do it. And it was brilliant, to go for 30 days. I called it Tower Power, the ultimate eco triathlon. So we had a bike made of wood, we had a kayak made of recycled plastic bottles that kids had collected off the beaches, which is right up your guys' street as well. That
Yeah.
sort of keeping the beach clean, leaving no trace behind, as we say, or making everywhere better than we found it, and then doing a bit of running as well. So it was 3 disciplines, all sustainable: camping, sleeping, cycling, paddling, rowing, whatever it was, with in the most sustainable way possible. I can't say that I recommend it because it was painful at times.
Yeah.
But it was that thing that we're all familiar with, that type 2 fun, that it isn't that much fun when you're doing it, but when you're finished, it's amazing to look back gather the memories and share the lessons. I think as well, you always, you know, when I feel privileged, a bit like the Great British Paddle. When you're out there for such a long period of time, immersed in nature, it's like you're just on this high. Even though it's hard work, you're just on a constant high for the outdoors and life. And I can't get enough of that. I always feel terrible when I finish these things. My mental health tragically always goes right downhill because it's just so good, isn't it? Being out there, whether it's on the water or in the countryside, it's just amazing. And doctors should be prescribing this to everybody. You know, it should be like, don't take drugs, don't take medicines, just get outside and spend as much as you can in nature.
Yeah, get on a paddleboard. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Get on a paddleboard and get down to Torquay.
And you mentioned sorry to hear about your fracture of your ankle, because you've been in training, haven't you, for a pretty extreme event. Just tell us a bit about the injury, and then what that may or may not mean for the adventure. And I'm hoping it's good news.
Yeah, well, it's, I've had terrible luck with my ankles over the years. I've broke both of them 2 or 3 times, and the Achilles and all sorts of tendons and strains and ruptures, and so it's just something that keeps coming back to haunt me, the ankles. But I'm going to Antarctica later this year in December to try and climb a series of pristine peaks, so mountains that have never been climbed before. So that's quite exciting, and again, it's all in aid of the Army Cadet charity. So we're going to going to a place that's never been stepped on before is quite interesting, and for me is like, I don't know, I feel like it's probably the most explorative I've been, because I'm normally going to places that have been massively overtrodden, whereas this time we're going to sort of trailblaze and pioneer, if you like. So that's very exciting, and as I say, trying to raise £100,000 for the Army Cadet charity, which will fund about 3,500 Duke of Edinburgh awards for young children to learn all those amazing skills that you can't often get in the classroom these days. Those life skills on things like teamwork, communication, courage, discipline, and so really exciting. And as always, I'm running around like a maniac shouting about it, trying to convince everyone to support it and share it and get involved in some way, and that's what I seem to do.
I am desperately trying to win the lottery to help you on your way, mate, and give you that 100 grand, but it's not happening at the moment. I'd love to ask you about the Army Cadets, because those young people are so close to your heart, and you've been involved with them for a very, very long time and always doing your best. But talk to us about the importance of instilling those values that you've just talked about in those young children, and what your connection is with them, and how much time you spend with those Army Cadets. The inspiration that you give them.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm part of, like with a lot of these things, I'm part of a team of volunteers that try to make a difference and try to help shape the next generation through sort of teaching them and hopefully them learning the values of things like courage, respect, integrity, loyalty, discipline, selfless commitment. And for me, values they're a bit like a compass that sort of keep you on the right track in life. I think. I don't think, values don't, having strong values doesn't mean you're going to get everything right. I certainly haven't, and I make lots of mistakes. But what it does mean is that you've got a bit of a sort of blueprint that you can bring yourself back on track, and that you can find the right direction even in those tough times to pick yourself up again. So I think having values and trying to build resilience in young people is really important in this day and age. I think we need more role models in society. We need people doing good things, trying to inspire young people, because we live in a very sort of celebrity influence world these days, where people are famous for not very inspiring things, in my opinion. So I have a tiny little bit of profile from working obviously on the TV. So I try to use that to the best of my ability to hopefully educate, encourage, inspire, or do some positive things like you guys do. Spread positive messages, which you both do so well through your own platform. So it's a team effort, and I think to try and do anything positive, you need good people around you. So, not only the cadets, but also the adult volunteers who dedicate their lives to helping these cadets. Give them a huge shout out as well, because without them, the system doesn't work. And I go around shouting about the cadets, trying to champion them, and hopefully provide opportunities through my networks for cadets to get involved. It was great last week. We did some fundraising at Blackpool Football Club. So to see sort of 30 cadets go to their first ever football match, and to see the mighty Seasiders win as well was
Awesome.
great for them.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much for your time. You know, it's always a pleasure to speak to you, and you know, keep on doing what you're doing, and we'll continue to support you. You know, you're always a member of the SUP communities, the SUP tribe. I'm afraid you can't exit now.
Yeah, you're in there.
You're
mate.
in there, mate. So you know, and thanks for appearing on here. And yeah, good luck with your fractured ankle. And you know, yeah, you will have our support all the way.
Amazing.
And also, sorry, Jordan, I was just going to say before you finish off, we'd obviously love to see you down here. We've got the Super Champs in September, which is Brendan's event, and then we've got the World Cup, which is here, which is a massive event for him to get with the help of Paddle UK, and that will be June next year. So my goodness, we would love to have you down here and supporting that event.
I'll definitely, you know, maybe September this year, but I'll definitely, you know, I love what you guys do. I love what Brendan does. He's an inspirational character in his own right, and he's a gentleman as well. So I'll always support you guys and what you're doing in any way I can. So I'll always reach out. And yeah, let's get together soon. But keep up the awesome work. Have an awesome weekend, a great Saturday, and I will speak to you guys soon.
Thank you so much, Jordan. You're a superstar. Lots of love.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Bye bye.